Afternoon everybody, welcome to another edition of Scott's Corner here on a Wednesday afternoon in my manor in sunny Tenerife. It's going to be an absolutely exciting finish to the season, as we all know, in the SPL League. But without further ado, what we're going to do, we're going to discuss the Championship, Division 1, Division 2 and 1 or 2 trophies that's going on at the same time. First and foremost, if you've just joined the channel, my name's Paul Webb. I live in sunny Tenerife in the south, as we all know, in my little manor. Please subscribe, it is for free. And if you like what you see, like what you hear, hit the like button. And we have a Facebook page, which my number 99 does all the work on it. Foggy, my number 99. Please go on that and click on and enjoy the time you can. Okay, simple as that. Right, without further ado, let's get on with it. Right, Championship. Big congratulations, first and foremost, to the Championship winners of this year. Jim Goodwin of Dundee United, the Talladose boys, one and to you lot. Division 1 winners, Falkirk and John McGlynn. Division 2 winners, we had Stenosmere won the title race about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Under Gary Naismith, what a top player and a top manager he has become. Now, just to give you an idea, there are only one game left each in Division 1, Division 2 and the Championship. The Championship plays 7:45 this Friday night, which is tomorrow. 2 days time, sorry, Wednesday today. Oh, doesn't time fly when you're happy. And Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. is all Division 1 and Division 2 games. So get ready for all your clubs over the weekend. Just giving an idea, Dundee United last game of the season, the champions take on Partick Thistle at home. Falkirk take on Alloa at home in Division 1 and Division 2. Stenosmere are away to Stranraer. Now, Golden Boot Award, which obviously goes to the top goal scorer in each division. I'm going to leave that until next week's edition because we've all still got a game to play in, again, the Championship, Division 1, Division 2 and the SPL. Obviously, they've got about 4 games left, so we'll discuss that sometime next week and I'll give you an update on that. Now, before we move on to the SPL title, whether it's a Rangers or a Celtic win, yes, you know, listen, it is what it is. There are women out there that play football and some of them are really good. Now, this weekend saw the Scottish Cup semi-finals. Celtic, the holders, got beat by Rangers by 2-0, and Jambos, which is Hearts, they took on the Spartans and they beat them by 3-0. So 1 and 2 Rangers women and 2 Heart and Midlothian women. And the final, it will be at Hampden on the 26th of May. So be lucky to you 2 clubs, and I'll put that in my show in 3 or 4 weeks' time. Right, now, in the Championship at the moment, we're still looking at who's going to get relegated. Now, the situation is at this moment in time, you've got Queen's Park are 1 point ahead of Inverness. Okay, now Inverness take on Morton, Greenock Morton, and Queen's Park take on Airdrieonians. Now Inverness on goals difference are -1 and Queen's Park are -8. So all you got to do is come to your own conclusion. Let's see what happens on Friday night, 7:45. They'll be playing to stay, both them 2 clubs, in the Championship. So good luck to them. Right. Got 1 or 2 bits of news coming in a little bit later on, which I'll give you about a cracking video I did yesterday afternoon. Now, let's move on now to the SPL League, which is obviously one of the biggest 2-team events that you're ever going to have in the world of football. You're talking of Rangers at the Ibrox and obviously Celtic at Celtic Park. Celtic has won 9 of the last 10, and if I remember rightly, that Stevie Gerrard took Rangers to a title win in 2021. So they've won 1, Celtic have won 9. Is it turn for Rangers? I just checked the betting. Now the betting of Celtic are 5-1 on. So basically you've got to put a fiver on if they win the league to just get a £1 profit. Not good odds. And Rangers are 7-2. So Celtic are 5-1 on and Rangers are 7-2. Worth a few quid for a bit of fun. But you never know who's going to win the SPL 2024. And don't get the current champions, obviously, a Celtic. Now, their two games over the weekend saw Rangers took on St Mirren. Big Kevin, the Scotsman's team, and he was there watching, not a happy bunny, at Paisley Park. And what happened was, they had, to be honest with you, it was 1-1, 74 minutes, and then Dexter scored a cracking goal to make it 2-1 to Rangers, and it was a little bit of a squeaky bum time the last 16 minutes because they had to win that to keep in the hunt for the title of 2024. A little bit later on in the afternoon, Dundee at Dens Park, which is the pitch is usually very, very poor. They took on Celtic. Celtic were 2-0 up. Dundee got one back late on, and it was squeaky bum time for the Celtic Park boys. But they both won 2-1 away, and they got 3 points apiece. So it's going to be tight right to the end of the season. So at this moment in time in the SPL League, Celtic are 3 points ahead, and they've got a goal difference of +3. Now, I did check out the remaining fixtures for the two top teams. Celtic are home to Hearts, Rangers, St Mirren, and away to Killie. And Rangers are home to Killie, Dundee, away to Celtic, and away to Hearts. Now, if they all win all the games apart from the Rangers-Celtic game, could be the big one, which is on May the 11th at Celtic Park. Whichever way it's going to go, it's going to be an absolute cracker, and that could be the deciding game. So we'll have to check that out in a week or two's time. Right, moving on quickly, let's have a quick look at the shortlist for the Scottish PFA Player of the Year. We've got Jack Butland, the goalkeeper for Rangers. Obviously, big shout out to my pal Dave Watson, played for Barnsley, the goalkeeping coach, and England goalkeeping coach as well. He is his mentor, as I told you before. So good luck to Jack. We've got James Tavernier, who is the top goal scorer for Rangers. Full-back, super player, scores all the penalties. Lawrence Shanklin and Matt O'Reilly. So one of those four will win. I'm not checked the betting, but I think Jack Butland has a fantastic chance of winning that. So good luck to Jack and the rest of the other three lads who are in contention. Manager of the year goes to three, a possibility. You've got McGuinness of Kilmarnock, you've got Doherty of Dundee, and you've got John McGlynn of Falkirk. You're turning around saying, well, where are Clement of Rangers and where is Rogers of Celtic? I think what it is that they know they're probably going to be first or second, whichever way you're looking at it. And so most people, most managers can walk in that side and do really, really well and be first or second. So I think it's probably true that they're not in the top three. So good luck to McGuinness, Doherty and McGinn, Killie, Dundee and Falkirk, who is going to win Manager of the Month up there in Scotland. Right, let's move on. This was the big one. Before I go on to the Highland League, which is the league and the Lowland League, one of those clubs, whoever wins those leagues, could play in Division 2. Before we do that, I've got a couple of announcements I want to make. First and foremost, if you just joined the channel, WEBBY'S Sports Rail up here in sunny Tenerife. I do Scott's Corner on a Wednesday, which you know today. Tomorrow I do my football focus with my number 2 Terry and my number 3 Simon, and we go live on Friday morning 9:30 every Friday morning down at Laura's Bar in Czechoslovakia. We have a coffee, we have a good chat, we talk about all the sport, whether it's darts, rugby, snooker, rugby league, rugby union, football, and I have my pal Chris Todd, who is the CD Tenerife General. He will be there helping me and answering all your comments. If you've got any comments today, please send them through down on below, and any likes, please like it, and that's what shares it. If you share that, more likes the better. It goes out to Google and they spread it, so please give us a like. Okay, thank you very much indeed on that one. Now, big shout out. We're going to go back to Gloucester, which is, as you know, is my hometown. My big son Lee, Paul James Webb, and his beautiful wife Natalie, they gave me another grandchild on Monday of last week, on the 28th of April, which is obviously St George's Day, and they've just called it, took a few days to call it out, and they've given it to Alfie George Webb. Absolute quality. Love the name. So congratulations to Lee. Congratulations to Natalie. I'll see you in a couple of weeks for a big hug and a kiss from my little grandson. And he was £12 9 ounces. Unbelievable. He's a big lad, a big strapping lad he's going to be. So,
£9.
oh, do you know something? I've been shouting. I've got £12.9. It was £9 12 ounces. Oh my God! I've nearly messed that one up. Thank you, Dawn. Dawn's in the pool, enjoying herself, listening. She's coughing, and it was £9 12 ounces, and I put 12.9. Sorry, kids. Sorry, we're not changing this tune. That's for sure. So well done, you two. Alfie, George, Webb, absolute quality. Before we go back to the Highland League, another big shout. My big mate Gaz from Bolton, ex-army, 25 years. If you've not seen the video yesterday, please tune in. It's an absolute cracker. We have 15 questions of football on Bolton Wanderers, who his players are, what games he likes to play, where he likes to go and watch a game. Just fantastic. Anyway, second part B, within the same video, we're talking about his exploits in Afghanistan, in Iraq, and so forth. And I'm going to do something now. He gave me a Prezi. Yeah, I know. I'm going to wear it. Hang on. Don't start laughing, you lot. All right, look at that. He's at the back. Come on, let's put that on. Look at that. That's his bushwhacker hat that he gave. The door's laughing. Stop laughing. That's me bushwhack hat that he gave me. And he said when they're in combat, they always wear the helmets. And what happens when they get back to base or wherever they go, they take them off, put this on, stop the sun and so on and so forth. And you can actually see, it's in there somewhere, there. You have to know where, hang on, don't shout it, we'll tell addition up in a minute. Now WA, which is the first two names of his surname, and there is 9951, that's his last four numbers on his for in the army. So Gaz, top man, what can I say? I look like a jock now, don't I? Absolute quality, love it. Come on, the East Fife. I'm a big East Fife fan, as they all know, up in Bayview. Right, so if you haven't watched that, please watch that video from yesterday. Tim did an absolute fantastic job for me. Did all the editing and logistics, and you know what I mean. You know, he's like, he's superb, and a great background. Right, listen. Bit of a roving reporter, good pal of mine, Alan Fraser. Never met him, but he's on my show all the time. He gives me lots and lots of ideas and information about the football. Now, if you didn't know already, which I didn't know until within the last week or so, you've got the Highland League and the Lowland League. If I get this wrong, I do apologise. Now, when you're in Division 2 like Stenhousemuir, bottom of the table, whoever finishes bottom will play in the final against who wins in the Highland League and the Lowland League. Now, hopefully I'm going to get all this correct. East Kilbride won their league, okay? Now, with regards to those, they should be playing Bucky Thistle, who won the Highland League. Level on points with Brechin City, who play in red, if I remember, and they had a 2-goal difference. So they should be playing East Kilbride. And the winners of that game will play the bottom club in Division 2, okay? Which Stenhousemuir won. But, massive problem. Now, Bucky Thistle, 1889 they were formed, and 2010 East Kilbride, they were formed. Small little club, and they're building, owned by big builders, I believe. Anyway, and they second in that league was Hearts B, and they beat them by 12 points. Now, the reason why it's not happening is because of the licence criteria. They've got everything, got to tick the boxes. Now, supposedly, the facilities, the pitch, floodlights, staff, all those badges, you've got to get, obviously, footballers, obviously your coaching staff got to have all the badges, and there was something along those lines that the criteria never ticked. So therefore, that they couldn't play or go forward to play East Kilbride. They were going to go to court, take it on, but they dropped the legal dispute because it was never going to happen. Now I'm looking at it thinking, surely you knew what all the criteria was way before. If you knew you were going to win the league, and surely you would do something about it. Perhaps they don't want to go into the SPL league down in Division 2. Who knows? Don't know. And obviously things will come out. It's all to do with money, but you've got to get a bronze standard. And why didn't Brechin, if Brechin was second, why didn't Brechin play or have the chance to play in East Kilbride? I don't know. That's all to the authorities up there in Scotland. Now at this moment in time, East Kilbride will be playing either Bonnybrig, Clyde or Stranraer. And I think Stranraer's not won for 8 games, so could be one of the other two, but you never know when you get to a cup final in a sense, innit? So any one of those 3 clubs will play East Kilbride and have a chance of either they will stay in Division 2 or East Kilbride will get promoted into Division 2 up there in Scotland. So Alan Fraser, big man, thank you very much for giving me all the information. There's too much, he sent me pages and pages and we could go through that, but it is what it is. So right, listen, without further ado, that's my Scott's Corner here on a Wednesday afternoon. Thoroughly enjoyed it, love putting all the bits and bits together. It doesn't take 5 minutes, as you obviously know. I have to check it out, email, Google, do this and do that. It's a lot of graft and I love it. It's a passion, as you know. Me up there in Scotland, okay? I'll get there one day. Go see East Fife play up there in Bayview. So, next week we'll be a bit closer, whether it's going to be Celtic or Rangers. Good luck again. Well done to obviously Stennismere, to Falkirk and to Dundee United to winning the championship with my pal Liam Grimshaw up in the SPL. Superb, so well done. Lots more games to go, and well done for the short list of the players and the managers, and we'll give the answers next week's show on a Wednesday. So don't forget, tomorrow Football Focus in England, which will be fantastic, and Friday morning 9:30 to 10:30 live at Laura's Bar in my manor down in Kalasavaki. So comments below. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, cost you nothing. Put your comments and give us a tick, which is the likes, and it Google spread it. So all I'm going to say is, from me in my manor in sunny Tenerife, Webby Sports Roundup, I'll see you tomorrow on a new one. Okay, take care, bye for now.